Mongolia's central bank has raised interest rates to a record high as the country continues to struggle with a weakening currency and soaring debts. Its Olympians have still not been paid. Landlocked by both Russia and China, it suffered heavily from falling commodity prices. And as Dewi Preece reports, there may be no quick and easy solution.
London 2012. And 5 Mongolians stand on the podium as proud medal winners for a sporting mad nation. Even the medals they're wearing have extra significance. Some of the gold was dug from a copper mine in Mongolia, a project that led to billions of dollars being invested in the country. But now, at Rio 2016, the tables have turned. Only 2 of the country's athletes have won medals, and the silver linings of 2012 are wearing off. Mongolia is coming under pressure, especially through its reliance on one industry: coal mining.
We have no other choice except mining coal, as we have no other jobs. We have to dig earth and mine coal to make a living and to put food on the table.
Although the new mines are profitable in terms of the economy, it has few social benefits and they employ few people.
Between the Beijing Olympics and London 2012, the country's GDP more than doubled, driven by the opening of Rio Tinto's Oyu Tolgoi mine. But since 2013, GDP has stalled and begun to fall, driven by the plunge in global commodity prices. The country's problems run even deeper. The Mongolian tughrik was the world's worst performing currency in August, dropping 8% against the dollar. And in the last 5 years, it's lost half its value against the US currency. In a last-ditch attempt to protect the tughrik and draw back some of the foreign investment that's gone elsewhere, Mongolia's central bank has raised interest rates to a new record high of 15%. The country's finance minister has warned the cash-strapped government will struggle to pay the wages of its own staff, as well as health workers and members of the Mongolian military. And to round off the tale of 2 very different Olympic memories, even the athletes are struggling. Mongolia's Prime Minister says the government owes more than $750,000 to the country's athletes, including those currently out in Brazil. Rio 2016 may be about to come to an end, but Mongolia will already be looking ahead to Tokyo 2020, hoping it will bring renewed fortune for both its athletes and, more importantly, the economy. Dewi Preece, TRT World.
Well, Joe Regan has just returned from Mongolia and he joins me live in the studio. Welcome to Money Talks. The economy is looking pretty dire, but what's life like for the ordinary person?
Well, the divide between rich and poor is really pretty stark. What you've got there is a huge amount of poverty, particularly in the capital. A third of people there live under the poverty line. And they're living in tented cities, essentially off the national grid. There's little access to electricity, there's no access to water or sewage, there's very little access to social services and jobs. The average income is only about $3,000 a year. And when I left about a month ago, that was when the tughrik was starting to plummet. And so the effects of that downturn haven't yet been seen. And with people talking about austerity coming in the future, we could be seeing the situation getting worse.
You know, it hasn't always been like that. There were some good years. What's behind the rapid boom and bust then?
Well, the boom, really, what was behind that was one big thing, and that's mining. In 2011, when the Rio Tinto mine, Oyu Tolgoi, became fully operational, Mongolia's economy grew by about 17%. And the effect of that is really very visible on the streets of Ulaanbaatar. You've got huge luxury department stores, very, very nice housing and that kind of thing. But the problem they have is that 90% of its exports are from mining, and that's actually where the problem is. So when commodity prices fell and when China's economy slowed, Mongolia had very little to fall back onto.
OK, Joe Regan, thanks very much.